it's not Wednesday. No, this past week was a bit rough. Work was stressful, so I wound up getting a migraine, and then I realized that I want the emotes, so we're gonna do a surprise Saturday stream instead. But we're gonna do a little bit of MSQ, and then we're gonna go, since we're already in not Ul'dah, Ul'dah's the city, Thanalan. Since we're already in Thanalan, we'll go do the event, and yeah, so it should be a lot of fun. I apologize for the missing the usual stream. Okay, so let's do this. I need to play dress up. Hang on. All right. Oh, there's a bunch of people. Okay. Over here. Greetings, good madam. Is there aught I might assist you with? Oh, I don't believe there is. I'm afraid our wares are very expensive. Mayhap you should rejoin your fellows out at the pond north of Sandgate. Rude. I preach the teachings of Aziyama? The warden. Hast thou come to partake of the honey of her wisdom? Azima? I don't know how to pronounce that. I don't think I've heard that name spoken before. Is the keeper of the sun and goddess of inquiry. All is laid bare beneath the light of her divine countenance. Open thy heart to this light, needy child, and thou shalt want for naught till the end of days. Wait, hang on. This one should be in here. Adelstan. And I was about to get to the good part. Looking for work, you say? Sorry, but we don't have any openings. Now get out of here so I can finish my story. Neural. And you are? Another refugee by the looks of you. The immortal flames have neither work nor coin for your like. Begone and see to it you don't make a nuisance of yourself. And then the other person should be up here. Whee! What is it? God, not again. Look, being poor doesn't give you the right to pester whomever you like. Why don't you keep with your own kind out by that muddy pond of yours at Drybone? Rude. Have I found a stupid human trap? There we go. Like, surely not, right? You have quite the knack for being a nuisance, lady. The camp is abuzz with talk of newly arrived vagrants. And though we were unable to attract our wayward transgressor, we were able to learn that the poor have a commune by the pond north of Sandgate to the east of here. The eyes of authorities do not reach that place, rather ideal for spiriting away hapless souls. Let us go there and wait for the kindly priest to come and offer us aid and comfort. Needless to say, you'll need to remain in disguise. Fine. Let's go. 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. I mentioned I really like the Ellison jumping animation. It's just a lot of fun. I mean, that's not fair. I also really like the Mikote and the Lalafell one too. But, the Ellison one is nice. A fine morning for catching false priests, wouldn't you say? You look absolutely smashing, lady. Positively dressed for deception. All that's left, then, is to wait for our quarry to appear. Oh, you poor unfortunate souls. This is no way for men to live. No way at all. Who are you? What do you want? Be at ease, child. I mean you no harm. I am a priest of the Order of Naldthal. I come to offer you succor. This leaflet bears the teachings of Nald. Trust to them, and they will sure set you free from the shackles of penury. A tempting offer, but I'm afraid I must decline. On account of that atrocious performance, you would have made a god's awful murmur angst. What? How did you know? You bastards tricked me. Please don't hurt me. I was only doing it to protect my people. Is that so? Do continue. Very well. I'm a man of the Golden Bazaar, raised there if not born. Some moons ago, the Almaja raids began. They would appear sudden as a sandstorm and plunder and pillage at will. Our defenders couldn't stand against them, few as they were. Everyone lived in fear. I wanted to save my people, but being a merchant was all I knew, and so I did the only thing a merchant could. I approached the Almaja in hopes of brokering a deal. In return for sparing the Golden Bazaar, they made demands, outrageous ones. Demands? Of what kind, pray tell? First of all, they wanted the schedule for crystal shipments from the Nanawa mines. For this, I bribed one of the workers to leak me the information. Next, they wanted me to bring them people, so I posed as a priest to lure in the vulnerable and give them over to the Almaja. I didn't have a choice. Protecting one's home is a noble thing, but at the cost of innocence? You could have sought the aid of the immortal flames, yet you did not. I suspect you are not telling me the full story. What made you sell out your own people? Speak. The room was good. What did you say? The coin was good, I said. I could sell mole meat for a score of lifetimes and not see even a fraction of what the Almaja pay me. You sacrificed innocence so that you could line your own pockets. Words fail to express the contempt I feel for you. Spare me your contempt. If you want to blame someone for the mess the world's in, then blame yourselves or the gods. Ugh, not you again. Were you the one leaking the Immortal Flame's patrol routes to the enemy as well? Spit it out. No. I know nothing about that, I swear it. At this stage, I'm rather disinclined to believe aught that leaves your mouth. But no matter. There'll be time enough to learn the truth. Oh. Lady, be a dear and take word of these developments to Menfilia, would you? I shall prize everything I can out of this filth. The abductees are still somewhere out there. Our foremost priority is to rescue them. Our foremost priority, yeah, that's the Waking Sands. No. We're going to Ul'dah. I don't have... Oh, that's not great. Okay. Oh. Wait, that's not what I was wearing earlier. Was it? No, I had this. Okay, so we're gonna go to the city and do the event, because I think I need 3 or 4 rounds. I think. So yeah. This will be a lot of fun. I always like it, and because I haven't done a Little Ladies' Day with this character, I'll have slightly different dialogue. No, so the big duology book that I keep saying, oh yeah, this is the one that's gonna be next. Still not finished with that one. And I did I got a handful of books from my childhood this past week. So, I may wind up doing a bunch of those. They are under 100 pages a pop, so I may like bundle some of them together. Because as I learned from when I did Silverwing, considering how short my normal streams are, when I do the shorter books, I have less to talk about, and I feel bad, so I may have to bundle some. They're books like that I grew up on. So very much excuse me, formula fiction. Which isn't a bad thing. So that's the thing. If anyone ever tells you, oh, formula fiction is bad, it's not. Especially if you're a kid and it's getting you into reading. Formula fiction is actually great because that predictability and being able to plot it out is nice. Okay, for this event we're hiding that. Give me my ponytail. Hang on, I want to see. Oh, that is a nice outfit. Okay. Royal Seneschal. Well met, adventurer, and welcome to our Little Ladies' Day festivities. Allow me to introduce myself. I am known as the Royal Seneschal. It is my duty, and the duty of all who take on the role of Seneschal, this season to help grant the manifold wishes of ladies across the realm that they might be pampered as princesses for a day, such as Little Ladies' Day tradition. Have you partaken in this year's concerts yet, my friend? The songbirds and the seneschal prince are, as ever, our shining stars on stage, and they have been practicing oh so diligently for this event. My, how marvelous! What seasonal sensations the songbirds and the seneschal prince's performance have propelled their popularity to a fever pitch. Their economic exploits have defied every expert's expectations. As they balance billions of gil-and gains, the masses cannot help but contemplate, why do folks flock to them? What forces drive this formidable fount of funds to flow? Thanks, buddy. Forgive my raucous rambling. I am Dural Theral, renowned reporter for the Mithril Eye. I mean to gather information on these prominent performers and pen a piece for our next publication. I could scarcely ask for a more perfect opportunity for promotion. Where the Mithril Eye goes, fame and prestige are bound to follow. The songbirds and the seneschal prince will be thrilled to hear of this. 1,000 thanks. Then without further fanfare, I shall solicit the citizens of the city-state for their feedback. Though, now that I think of it, my tendency to focus on the financials might poison the piece's perspective, so to speak. An objective observer would be ideal. Like, say, a passing adventurer? Why, yes! Your impartial input would be naught but a benefit. Permit me to brief you on our performers, then. The knowledge will doubtless prove a useful reference for your upcoming report. I shall begin with the songbirds, the pride and joy of Little Ladies' Day. Our talented trio consists of Ulala, dressed in crimson, and then we have Narumi, clad in yellow, and of course, Masha... Part of me wants to say that's Maraca, but I don't think... Makar... No, it is Maraca! Wait, it is Maraca. I'm sitting over here going, fantasy spellings are hard. No, I'm pretty sure that's Maraca. Masha Maraca donning blue. They have come far from their humble beginnings, and their tireless efforts have recently borne fruit. Of late, their concerts have taken the realm by storm, winning countless new fans across Eorzea. And now for my favorite. Hello, boy! And it would be remiss of me not to mention Pico, our dancing seneschal prince in violet. He's the newest addition to our lineup and a rising star in his own right. He stole many a heart last Little Ladies' Day. They inspire one another as well as their crowds in equal measure. Their musical prowess is a fresh spring breeze, breathing new life into the celebration as we know it. This year, we shall be outfitting concert attendees with a unique line of themed apparel and illuminations for the occasion, complete with matching colors for each member of our merry band. So, you appeal to all audiences, allowing spectators to support their favorite singer, a sound strategy. Meanwhile, your prize performers pinpoint their most passionate fans in the process, making for a more memorable experience. With that, I believe I have enough to embark on our excursion. When you are sent to search the city for some tried and true testimonials, simply say the word. Reading his dialogue is difficult. Hey buddy, let's go. Let the collaboration commence. To begin, I suggest we search away from the stage so as not to startle any spectators. Perhaps we might pursue possible leads near the perimeter of the Gate of Nald. But need we seek out and speak to those in the songbirds and seneschal shirts, shall we? Oh, they're doing a performance now. Come on, buddy. We gotta go talk to people so we can enjoy this later. Masha. Hello. You're interviewing folks on a piece on the songbirds and the seneschal prince? Oh, I'd love to participate. I'm a Masha fan through and through. She has the most amazing voice, and there's something about the way she dances that really speaks to me. You can tell she puts pride in every facet of her performances, and it never fails to take my breath away. In fact, her dedication inspires me to be more mindful in my day-to-day living. Even with something as simple as descending the stairs, I'll often find myself thinking, I must be careful, Masha needs me. Speaking of dedication, I hear Masha's come up with one of the limited time dishes being served at the quicksand. We ought to sample it for ourselves. So, Masha's perseverance provides a particular sense of purpose past performances, extending into the everyday. Fascinating, all of it. Littlest singer with the biggest fans? Keen to learn about our favorite songbird, you say? Well, we here are the Ulala faithful. Gods, where do I even begin? Her presence on stage is second to none, and her warm smile can melt even the coldest hearts. She may be small, but the power in her voice more than makes up for it. And that's to say nothing of her passion for her fans and the music. It's why she dons such fiery red hues. I speak for all of us when I say we'd do most anything for her if she asked with that winsome little smile of hers. So, your small yet esteemed singer's stunning stagecraft stirs your sentiments, you say. Duly noted. I suppose I could sympathize. With that, I assume we've accounted for all of the aficionados in the area. However, if that Masha fan tells it true, the seasonal songbird snacks are bound to bring multitudes to Mistress Momodi's establishment. Come, let us continue our queries in the quicksand. Dude. I was not prepared for tongue twisters. Alright. Narumi. Talk to me. Ah, you're reporting for the Mithril Eye, are you? Well, as you've doubtless ascertained, I'm one of Narumi's fans. Although she may be the most demure of the three songbirds, she harbors a quiet strength and endless compassion that we cannot help but cherish. She approaches her art so delicately, so exquisitely, that it feels as though she is speaking to all her fans as individuals. It compels us to support her in her every endeavor, that she might always know happiness in the spotlight. So, Narumi employs a subtle yet sincere approach, imagining such a saintly smile on stage, why I could certainly see the appeal. You couldn't rhyme with the ends, could you? Or alliterate, I guess. It's not rhymes, it's the alliterations. Hi, Pico. Asking about the stars of Little Ladies' Day. Well, you've come to the right place. Most folk are head over heels for the songbirds, but I've only got eyes for Pico. His debut last Little Ladies' Day really won me over. As Seneschal Prince, he takes it upon himself to treat his fans like royalty. He's incredibly handsome, of course, but his honeyed words and that sweet little smirk are the highlights of his every show. Would that he could be my prince every day. Oh, and when you shine his violet illumination in the crowd, he does notice, even if you're in the very, very back row. Last Little Ladies' Day, he winked in my general direction, and, well, even if he didn't actually wink at me, I'd like to believe it was so. The mere thought of Picot's past productions is enough to make most fans swoon, a true testament to his talent, and if the rumors are true, he strives to serve all his fans, be they lads or little ladies, which means there's hope yet that I too can be a princess under his sovereign smile. As assumed, our performers possess a fiery fan base. With this wealth of wisdom, I am well prepared to write. But one thing struck me as strange. While we were wandering, I espied an elegant young lady surveying the songbirds and seneschal's stage from afar. I am interested in interviewing her as well, if she is so inclined. Shall we sally forth and see what she says? Buddy, you had a whole bunch of difficult dialogue when we were not in the quicksand, and in here it was much simpler. Hello. Greetings to you both. I don't believe we've met yet. I'm Aldetha Thorne? Is there aught I can assist you with? Aldethia? Such serendipity, a scion of the honored House Thorne. I had heard that your house had contributed a substantial sum in support of these festivities. Come to celebrate and see the show, I gather. Indeed, on behalf of House Thorne, and out of my own curiosity, I wish to behold the annual concert with my own eyes. 'Tis heartening to know the annual performances have blossomed into such a passionate showcase of song and dance. Would that I could join the audience and show my own support. Though you are hale enough to travel this day, I must advise against it, my lady. We cannot risk worsening your condition. Alas, it is as Rodolph says, I've not the strength to sway to the rhythm and jump about as I please. But from this vantage point, I can, at least, gaze upon the stage and the audience from afar. A rather enlightening experience, all told. Even from this distance, it's easy to tell how much the performance means to all of them, how joyful they all are. I dare say their energy is contagious. Delight and devotion take many forms. If these crowds can find happiness by supporting their beloved singers, if we can garner their interest in this holiday, but even for a fleeting moment, then I could ask for little else. A poignant point you make, my lady, and it's as you've ascertained. All who answered our inquiries delighted in describing their preferred performers, each selecting to celebrate in their own way. There is no correct answer as to how to celebrate the season, for only together could they make Little Ladies' Day the fine festival it has become. Such is likely a significant source of its singers' success. I must thank you thoroughly for your thoughtful theories. It shall serve as a fine addition to my article. They are merely fleeting thoughts I had as I enjoyed the performances, but I'm pleased they could be of use. I wish you both a delightful Little Ladies' Day. I was unaware that the two of you would be gathering information for an article of all things, though perhaps it is better that I had not known. I would have been too nervous to speak my mind. All right, buddy. I owe you one for your committed cooperation. Indeed, I've amassed all manner of ardent accounts from the fans. Some show support by cheering and cacophonous cries to the stage, while others watch wistfully from a ways off, or make merry by feasting on festive foods. As the performers' popularity proliferates, so do prospective methods to please their fans. Merriment made for one's pastime is a mysterious, marvelous matter. For our favorite fads, we often find ourselves opening our wallets without so much as a second thought. Even I am no stranger to that. But I digress. It's time we saw these songbirds and seneschal prints for ourselves to fully fathom what all the fuss is about, provided we have permission from the royal seneschal. What? Randomly buying things that you like because other people like it? I don't know what you're talking about. Hey, buddy. Welcome back. How fared the interviews? They went well, wonderfully well, in fact. As our last task, we wish to watch one of the performances if we are welcome to do so. By all means. I would love nothing more than to read your impressions when all is properly published. For a more objective observation, I'd like to spectate the show from afar. Might I ask you to take to the crowds? Excellent. Enjoy the event and we will reconvene once the stage has settled. The handmaiden there will furnish you with a set of songbird-themed attire and a portable illumination. Once you've obtained what you require, you need only wait for the opportune moment to join the crowd. During this event, the faint life from the doll will appear. In order to participate, you have to get dressed. Alright. And I've just missed one. Okay. No, not you. You. Attend. I want the prince, please and thank you. Alright, here we go. And I can come down here. Is there someone who does this on every world? Who just stands in front of the stage and does the songbird dance? Ooh. Oh, that's pretty. Okay. And now we wait so that we can cheer. Oh, that's a voice. I can't remember if we need to do 4 or 5 of these to get everything. I think it's 5. Because you need to do 2 rounds for the... Those are the NPCs. Alright, so it's about to start. Quite a large crowd today, isn't it, girls? Should make for quite the sight with all their blue lights. Am I right? Blue lights. I always like it when they do, like, variants on familiar themes. And, like, that's true across all video games. Like, that is not unique to Final Fantasy as a franchise, or this game in particular, but I always like me a good variation on a theme. So hearing the Ul'dah Day street music be all poppy is a lot of fun. I will say I love that the Lalas are scaled. Their lights are scaled down. Like, don't get me wrong, I expected it because most handhelds get scaled, but just next to the rose lights, or even the Ellison lights, it's like, cool. And then there's just the tiny little Lala lights. Although looking at that, the male Vieira over there, his are also fairly small. Also, it took me a long time for me to realize that when they're not doing the songbird dance, they're just doing their generic dance emote. So the Hure and the female Lalafell emote and all. Which just tells me everybody's emotes are... No, I want the boy. Which tells me everybody's dance emotes are just extra. Alright. So I can curtain call that. You have my thanks for your participation, adventurer. Your fervor out in the crowds did not go unnoticed. My, what a marvelously masterful performance! Even from a distance I could not help but offer a round of ardent applause. The fans' passion burned with brilliance that was all but blinding, matched only by the fiery fervor of the performers. I see now why so many are drawn to such shows. Now it is time I inquired about your immersive involvement. How did it feel to savor the sights and sounds of such a spectacle? Ooh. I empathize with the fans' undying passions. Excellent, excellent. Thank you for the thoughts. I shall account for your attendance in my article. With this I should be able to pin the perfect piece, but I dare not delay. Little lady's day is only so long, after all. I give you my gratitude, adventurer. You have earned your rightful reward. I must take my leave, but may the fates see us fit. May the fate see fit for us to meet again. 'Twas a pleasure to see you enjoying the show. Do not hesitate to join in again if you feel so inclined. We've plenty of performances scheduled. I offer you my gratitude for aiding Dural Tharal, and wish you a wonderful little ladies' day. Yay! I got emotes! Okay. I do want to do the extras, but first I want to get the other emotes. Hang on. Emote. Can you tell I'm used to having way too much stuff in my inventory? Other emote. I want the music. Alright, that's 2. That's 3. That's 4. Okay. So 4 more rounds. So let's pop these. Let's get the music. And then red. And yellow. And violet. And blue. And bright. Which isn't a color. I'm assuming it's that white emote behind me. And green. So, got all that. So let's get back in our outfit. Attend in violet. Yes, please. And then I can just come stand over here. So I'm not in front of anybody because I am in fact a giraffe. Oh, that's such a pretty dress. Oh, and the Miko in armor looks good too. she's got white freckles. Oh. Have I ever mentioned that just like glam watching in this game is fun? So yeah, glam watching in this game is a wonderful time. Like, I'm not a huge fan of streetwear. So like, that Mikote is not my vibe. But I'm really happy for the people who do like streetwear. But no, like, this Mikote looks fantastic. I like the pair of them standing there, even if they're not technically there together. That's really, really cute. And then, I forget, is she... Oh, she's here. Oh. Is that the NPCs coming? Yes. Which means the fight's about to start. Let's go, more singing! Who's center stage this time? Voila. Alright, everyone, are you ready for some fun? I hope you all have your red lights ready. Love me some Lalas. There's a handful of like emotes and outfits that don't work for Lalas. A lot of the sexy outfits don't work for Lalas. And some of the emotes are a little silly because the Lalas are very expressive. But I adore them. So I think with the 30 minutes that I get to wear this outfit, I think I'll only have to refresh it once. I like this event. There's not a lot to it, but it's a lot of fun regardless. Because there's a ton of rewards. And the song is new, and it's just cute. Ooh, what is that minion? Hang on, I'm busy, but I'm interested in that minion. Ephemeral Necromancer? I'm not saying I need it, but I need it. Alright. So that's 2 shirts. We're just gonna wait and get all of them in one fell swoop. Oh, those two have got to be... I hope those two are together. They look so good together. If I twist it around this way, I can watch. I can people watch. Ooh, those are some glowing swords. So once I get all the rewards from this, we can head over to the Waking Sands. Do we have teleport tickets for the Waking Sands? We do! Fantastic. Cryle. Oh, I didn't even notice! There's an R out there. Well, and somebody's... where's the person that belongs to that minion? Because she has a dragon sitting on her. Yeah. Oh! It's probably him. Excuse me. So I've had a very sugary coffee today. And I don't know if it's just not doing it or what. Oh, sounds like it's starting. There's the NPCs. Except the person who's standing right behind me that I don't think is an NPC. There you go. Thank you all so much for coming. Let's make this little lady's day to remember with plenty of yellow lights, if you please. Ooh, that's a fun minion with the bird with the super long tails. The tails are almost as long as the Lala is tall. Now I need that minion on my main. Just so I can have the super long tails. Go. I will say, I see people constantly trying to get on the stage. It's like they locked it off this year because it's the fate of it. Oh, no. I will admit, the Hero's Dance is similar to one that you can already get in the game that isn't your race dance. But like the Mikote dance and the Lalafell dance, those don't look like anything else. And I don't think the RO looks like anything else. Okay, so that's enough for all the shirts. And then if I want all the housing items, I need to do 2 more rounds. One for the tree and one for everything else. And then we can MSQ. Toy Alexander. All right. Once I actually get my chocobo, I will have a bunch of fun mounts. Most of these are cash shop, except that one. Anyway, I meant to pull open my minion guide. What all do I have? Ah. Oh, they moved. Oh, they are a pair then. That's really sweet. I wonder if they're just taking pictures. I could see them just taking pictures on Little Ladies' Day. Okay, I'm not a huge streetwear person, but she looks super good. And that's just cool. Oh, here we go. That sound means it's starting again. Also, I have been playing video games for way too long. May our song guide you to the sweetest dreams you've ever known. And now, my dear audience, would you be so kind as to shine your violet lights my way? And I say that because, to me, the generic crowd noise is from, like, the variations of it, and I have to be very specific about this. It either comes from Heroes of Might and Magic, in my brain. Like, let me preface this, I don't know where these crowd noises came from originally, but in my brain they come from three places. Heroes of Might and Magic, Pharaoh, and Caesar, which are both Sierra games. So there are times when there are large crowds of people and there are certain sounds they make. Just it's typically city crowd noises, not country crowd noises. And I'm just like, oh, I know that. And I know, like, the generic army crowd noise, which is, I associate with Heroes of Might and Magic from the human faction. So it's always a little funny when I'm playing Final Fantasy and I hit a high population area, and I'm like, oh, I can tell it's high population because it suddenly sounds like Caesar or Pharaoh. I'm like, it's just like the sound effects, the generic noise. So it's not like overriding the music or anything, it's just the, oh, it's busy, here's the busy crowd noise thing. And like, this crowd noise makes me think of the Heroes of Might and Magic, just with like the sword sounds taken out. And I don't know where those sound clips came from originally. I assume they are from something originally and then have just been like used for everything since. Kind of like the Wilhelm scream. But I couldn't tell you where the original is from. It's one of those things of, you know things where you know them from, even if it's not the original. I know a lot of songs from cover artists, not from the original artist. Because I didn't know they existed, and I was already listening to the cover artist. One more. Ooh, what does that outfit look like from the front? That's a fun outfit for an Elysian. And the princess and knight cats have moved again. That's fine. That's a really nice Elysian. Also, that's a great size comparison. Hang on, there was somebody... Not you. That's a fun outfit. Hang on, who was I trying to get a look at? That one. Oh, she's so pretty. That's gotta be like a Valentine's jacket with the heart on it. which y'all can't see because my head is in the way. Can I? Without being weird. I'll move it there. See that? That's gotta be a Valention's jacket because it has the heart. Also, I just realized I need to re-up my disguise. Violet, please. Thank you. What is my... Hang on. No. No. That's not a bad stance. No. 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 Do I have... I do! That's not a bad stance. We'll stick with that stance. We'll see how well we like that once we actually, you know, level up to doing glamour in this game. Oh, he's pretty. Eh. That mask is really cool. Mask is really cool. Oh, here we come again. I don't even have to see the NPCs. I just hear the sound cues. Hi guys. What color are we doing? Are we back around to yellow? No, we're doing blue. Okay. Quite a large crowd today, isn't it, girls? Should make for quite a sight with all of their blue lights. Do. I don't know what dress that is, but I like the back of it. Seeing the aura dance, no, I don't think there's another dance like that. Also, I love how you can tell the NPCs because they're doing different motions than the ones they gave us. I think those are the actual cheer emotes from the cash shop. That's a gradient over there. That outfit was the reward last year. I regret not having those boots. But there are a lot of tall boots in this game, and so it's only a matter of time before I get some. technically these are tall boots, but these aren't the kind of tall boots I want. Alright, let's start at the top. Give me Lala's, Masha's, Anurumi's, Pico's, and the tree, and the tabletop, and the advertisement, and the other advertisement, and the confetti, and the other confetti. And do we want to at least go talk to Pico? Let's go talk to Pico. Or we could do a whole bunch and get a whole bunch of, actually, let's do everybody's so we can get a whole bunch of, confetti. Allow me to thank you once again, Adventurer, for such an enthusiastic showing at our recent concert. As it happens, the Songbirds and the Seneschal Prince are scheduled to take a break from the spotlight in mere moments. Might you be interested in speaking with them? I am certain the four of them spotted you in the crowd. They would doubtless be pleased to learn of your recent journalistic exploits on their behalf. You are free to speak to whomever you'd like, of course. Just say the word and I shall summon them here. But of course, I shall go fetch them right away. Until then, would you kindly wait by that peach tree over yonder? My deepest apologies for keeping you waiting. You are Lady, yes? The Royal Seneschals told me much about you. It's been exhilarating to perform for such passionate crowds time and time again. Our fans are truly special. It's my hope that I can answer every fan who waves a violet illumination in my honor. Of course that includes you, lady. I appreciated your support during the last show. You'll always have a fan in me. Huzzah! A fan support is a powerful thing, you know. Why, every time I hear such praise, I feel as though I could sprout wings and fly. Wherever you find yourself in the audience, know that I shall have my eyes on you. As Seneschal Prince, I am honor-bound to ensure your experience is unforgettable. The next time we meet, may it be under my violet lights. How did your conversation fare? Good, I trust. Excellent. Thank you for your time. Your words are bound to fuel the fire in their hearts, I am sure. Should you wish to speak to anyone else for the duration of Little Ladies' Day, you need only ask. 'Tis the least we can do for you. Our performances shall continue for a while yet, so please enjoy the festivities to your heart's content. Hang on. Yeah. Next on the list is Masha. Go wait under the peach tree. Here we go. I'm off to wait under the peach tree. I hope I didn't keep you waiting over long. How are you faring, lady? It's rather hard to believe I've been in show business for so long now. Fame and fortune is all well and good, but I won't be satisfied by that alone. The road to perfection is never ending. I wish to hone my craft and keep dazzling our audiences. To that end, I've recently begun proposing new and more challenging dances and songs that we might reach even ever greater heights. Yeah, I'll believe you reach those heights. That's the goal, yes. Hearing such encouragement, how could I possibly regret this path I've chosen? Now, I'm not the only one striving to improve, mind. Pico and the girls work tirelessly to deliver stellar performances as well. We'll continue to reach for the stars on every stage we stand upon and wherever we go. I hope we'll cross paths with you from time to time. I'm not doing all three for everybody. We're just gonna do one for each. Narumi. Also, I think I'm taller than all of them because of Allison. terribly sorry for the wait, but what a joy it is to see you, lady. Are you well? Yours was a welcome presence in the audience. Thank you kindly for your warm support during our last concert. It's still odd to think an average girl like myself could become a realm-wide singing sensation. Even now there are days when I fear this fame is but a fleeting dream, and I might soon wake from it. It's no dream. You've earned your praise. A most heartening sentiment, thank you. I shall endeavor to keep those words close and recall them in times of uncertainty. Though life as a star may seem surreal at times, in my heart I am well aware that this is reality, and I must continue to prove worthy of this privilege. That is why I will do my utmost to ensure our performances bring warmth and joy to you and all our adoring fans. Oh, he's starting, but I'm not participating in this one. Hang on, I want to talk to Ulala, who's totally not on stage right now. Just ignore that fact. I do appreciate that they don't actually make you have to wait for the in-between bits to do this. Because they very well could have. Ah, the difference in height. Apologies for the wait. When I heard you drop by to see us, lady, I simply had to make sure I looked my best. I spied you in the audience, you know. I take it you joined the rest of my adoring fans in Crimson, yes? Oh, what am I saying? Of course you did. If you attend another concert, rest assured I'll be keeping an eye out for you. And if you're not waving my colors around, well, let's just say you and I will have some words. Don't overexert yourself. Your concern is appreciated, but you needn't worry over us. With the love and support of our fans, there's no obstacle I can't overcome. In any event, we've plenty more shows to put on, so do join us again, and you'll be chilling ooh la la in no time with the rest of them soon enough. Alright, let's go put the shirts in the armoire. That little dude's just standing in the doorway. Good for him. Hello. In room, please. Bum, bum, bum. We're gonna store all of these. Okay. I'm gonna see if I can hold off getting retainers until Heaven's Word, so that I can base them out of Ishgard and not out of, Gridania, and alrighty. And just like that, we're back to MSQ. Hey, Totaro. Lady, how goes it? All's well here, at least on the bookkeeping front anyway. At some point there's a shop that opens up here. I think it has music and I want to make sure I grab it. I'm Infilia. Welcome back, lady. I'm pleased that you and Thancred have been getting along. I see. You have done well to uncover the truth. My thanks for the report. As Thancred said, we must ascertain where the abducted were taken, and none but the Almaja know the answer. Suffice it to say, they will not willingly part with this information. I fear blood will be spilled before all is said and done. Oh yes, the materia quest. Uh, Though we seek a peaceful solution to the primal problem, we must needs be ready to fight for our cause. That you might take to the field suitably prepared, I would have you meet with a goblin acquaintance of mine. His name is Mutamix Bubblypots, and he is a scholar of no small repute. Mutamix is renowned for having introduced a revolutionary method of enhancing equipment to Eorzea. The knowledge of this method was once a closely guarded secret, but thanks to Mutamix and his students, it has now been disseminated to the great benefit of all the realm. It would serve you well to acquire an understanding of the process. For this purpose, I shall lend you a blade. Take it to Mutamix and bid him use it to demonstrate his craft to you. Mutamix is ever to be found at his camp in central Thanalan, a place known as the Bonfire. Look for a pillar of smoke and the way will become clear. This should allow me to extract materia from my gear. Hooray! I have a couple that are fully soul bonded already. Spirit bonded. Spirit bonded. Actually, hang on. I should be able to do this and just vibe all the way. I could take a choco porter. This is true, I could, but I'm not gonna. I'm just gonna run. I'm very familiar with how to get there. Not only did I start my main in Ul'dah, not knowing the story, mind you, but I've just played it long enough to know. Also, I don't mind hoofing it. I don't mind the time it takes. Not really. It's like doing all this since the visual update. Pretty sure that's a triple triad. I will say, for all that I like the Elezen jumping, the run looks a little silly. Or the jog, I guess, technically. No, the run looks silly too. Love how it's like, look for the column of smoke. Uh-huh, uh-huh. Except the problem with that is Thanalan gets dust storms. Also, what level is this quest? 19. 36. Yeah, no, I'm still massively over leveled and I need to I'm sorry, hang on. That's a fun group. I guess I'm just gonna hide my helmet until I get something that... Hey, Mutamax! Push, gosh. Who is Uplander come to tintering of Mutamax bubbly pots? Dagger. This totally answers the question. Handing you a dagger. Fighty Tool drinks in airy self. When filled with airy self, Fighty Tool changes to Stony Shine, name of Materia. If Materia join with other Fighty Tool, then Big Eyes Fighty Tool gains power of airy self. Push, gosh. Mutamax is reckoning that Uplander is friend of Minfilia. Yes, tongue flaps reach ears of Mutamax with fastness. Minfilia wants Uplander to see power of Materia. Uplander brings Fighty Tool to Mutamax, yes? Have a dagger. Push. Fighty Tool is unstrong as eating tool. Make good teachy show of power of Materia. Materia Master. Now, Eyes of Uplander point at Fighty Tool, yes? Push, hush. Materia join with Fighty Tool. And Fighty Tool gains power of Materia. Fighty Tool reborn. Here, Uplander, take Fighty Tool to Minfilia. Materia, strictly speaking, is a kind of crystal. It's created by drawing out the etheric currents from a piece of equipment, then crystallizing them. Not just any old equipment will serve, mind you. It must have sufficient spirit bond, that being a measure of how fully an item has been imbued with its owner's spirit. When you attach a piece of material to a gear, you imbue the host item with its power. That's how Master Mutamax turned that dagger of yours from something as would have struggled to cut steak into a weapon worth wielding. Pushkash. Uplander wishes to be joiner of Materia. Then Uplander best fill brain case with knowings of crafty making. With knowings of crafty making, Uplander can become joiner of Materia. If Uplander wants brain case to rattle with knowings of Materia, Uplander best trade tongue flaps with learning ones of Mutamax. This is why you omnicraft. Anyway, hey buddy, tell me how to take Materia out of my items. What would you say if I told you that inanimate objects can possess a soul? They can, believe it or not, although the soul in question is not their own, but that of their owner. Through faithful service, the arms and armor that we use come to hold our spiritual energy, thus do we form a spirit bond with them. This spiritual energy can be drawn out and converted into materia, a special kind of crystal that can be attached to gear to enhance its properties. I am well versed in the ways of materia extraction. If you wish to learn more about the process, it would be my pleasure to teach you. Yes, please. You are ready to commence your learning. Good. As you will have gathered by now, materia is the crystallized form of one's spiritual energy. As this energy is delivered from an individual psyche, a volatile beast at the best of times, a degree of variance is to be expected in its production. In practice, this means that you won't know what the exact properties of a stone until you cradle it in your hand. Now, materia won't grant you much of anything on its own. Its power must be tapped, see, and this is achieved by melding it to gear. Know, though, that it takes the deft hands of a craftsman to meld materia. You can always seek others to attach materia on your behalf, but if you would do it sooner yourself, I recommend you speak to Fabanis? Melding is her field of expertise. Yes. Extracting materia, yes. So I can now extract. Meld requests. Oh. Yes. This is why I need to be a crafter. Hang on. Main commands. Material extraction. That one. There we go. And back to Menphilia I go. Oh, I can just teleport. Forgot about that. I don't have to run back. I can teleport back. Welcome back, lady. I trust your visit to the bonfire proved fruitful. Here's your dagger. Oh, what a remarkable difference a single piece of materia can make. Granted, the skills needed to manipulate the substance are not easily acquired, but one need only look upon the results to realize such efforts are worthwhile. As I am sure you are aware, the quality of one's equipment can be the difference between victory and defeat. Materia may well give you the edge you need, lady, so make it your ally. Now it is time we discuss the matter of your next mission. Pray speak with me when you are ready to begin. I got a level 18 weapon coffer. I am level 36. Am I behind? Yes. Oh. I didn't know that was what was next. Sure. Word has arrived from Thancred concerning our ongoing investigation. It appears he was able to extract some information from our friend Ungst, the false priest. He has revealed that he is due to meet with the Almalja to discuss their dealings. The Immortal Flames believe that the meeting will present an ideal opportunity to ambush and capture the Almalja responsible for the abductions, and so they mean to have Ungst attend as planned. As the Almalja are anticipated to offer fierce resistance, the Immortal Flames have requested our support. I would have you provide it to them, lady. Thancred is presently attending to another matter, but will join you as soon as he is able. Until such time as he does, you will be the Scion's sole representative on the ground. Before he left, he bade me to tell you to save some for him. Such is his confidence in you, a confidence I share. When you have made ready, pray take yourself to Camp Drybone and report to the Flame Sergeant leading the mission. May you walk in the light of the crystal. I was going to say I was only planning to stream for another half hour, which may be how long it takes to queue into Ifrit. Because the DPS queue is cruel. Alright, so Camp Drybone. Oh, that's not a quick run. Alright. It's a bit of a run, but we can do it. Could I teleport? Yes. Will I teleport? No. I only have just under a mil. And that's because when I started this was this was a world that gave you a bonus. So like that's not even a guaranteed. And while guild doesn't matter a lot once you get further in the game, A, I'm a penny pincher, and B, I can't afford to just throw all my money at Aetheroids. Especially when I can just run. And then after a freet, I should be able to get my chocobo, which will make the whole running thing faster, if nothing else. Yeah, I guess we're just gonna toggle the helmets off until I get like a crown or something where you can still see my hair. Also, I keep debating on if I want to buy. There's a different ponytail that's on the cash shop, and I don't need it, but it might look better. It's a higher ponytail. And I think it's longer too. Oh, wait, hang on. Oh, no. The tabard is not yet fully spirit bonded. I just realized I'm gonna have to repair my own gear. Or, I need a crafter so I can repair gear. And it might as well do Omnicraft, but that's not gonna be fun for y'all to watch. I'll have a blast. I love crafting. Especially because I pick up crafting and gathering together because that just makes sense. But also, having inventory is a nice change. So maybe that hangs on till Heavensward too. Though I do still want to get an apartment once I can. So I can make that all cute. Oh, that's leaves. Hello. Ah, you're Lady Chryseis of the Scions. My thanks for coming, friend. We're stronger for your assistance. Allow me to brief you on our mission. Our objective is to capture the Almalja and prize from them the whereabouts of the abductees. The lizardmen aren't aware if their man, Ungust, has been exposed. When they come to the rendezvous point to meet the traitor, we'll spring the trap. Owing to the clandestine nature of the mission, we can deploy only a small contingent. Every member must count, so we requested the aid of the Scions. The rendezvous will take place at the Invisible City. Please make your way there and lie in wait. We stand to learn as much and more of the Almalja plot if the mission succeeds, lady. Let us make sure it does. Poor Ro. Alright, the Invisible City. I know where that is. Okay. Shroud. Southern Thanalan, Shroud. Eastern Lunos. Okay. It's there-ish. The casual confidence that I am over-leveled for this. It'll sink me down. Is that just someone on a mount? Alright, level 24 sync. Let's go. I feel a little better about still being an archer when it only goes to level 24. Hey, young guest. Is the bait in place? Our man is in position, sir. Good. We make our move as soon as the Almalja appear. Yes, sir. Ooh-ah. What is the meaning of this? Wait, something's amiss. I'm afraid your little ambushing's here. I eluded the immortal flame's clutches for moons before finally being caught. Did you not wonder how I managed it? It was almost as if someone was feeding him information from the inside. Your every movement was known to me ahead of time. Now, as much as I'd love to chat a while, I have appointments to keep. They're all yours. Yeah, our module friends will keep you company. Yeah, I'm sure they will. Hang on. Filthy traders when I get my hands on you. How long will you last, I wonder? waves. Stay sharp, men. Yeah. Hang on, I got him. Hello and welcome to the one AoE attack I have. Is there no end to them? The show's only just beginning. Oh, that's the scripted ending. Okay. I'm like, wait a minute. Put up your weapon or your comrade's a dead man. Behind you! Oh. Night-night! Bring her. The rest of you, march. Traitorous scum. Hooray! Hey, buddy. Listen well. These waters feed into the marshes of Drybone. A short swim will see us to freedom. However, if all of us attempt to flee, we are likely to be discovered. You alone must sneak out and assemble a rescue party. Once you have won free, seek our comrade stationed at Drybone. He will show you the way back here. May the 12 speed your way. No. Also, that's a fun reasoning. They're going to kill us, aren't they? Gods, I don't want to die. I want to go home. The lizardmen marched us to their stronghold. They were preparing for something, and I, for one, do not want to be around when they finish. Hey, buddy. I fear the Almalja mean to give us to their god as an offering. If I must die, then let me die a soldier's death, with steel in hand. Alright. Hey, Adala. The lizards claim they will soon bring us before a Freet for tempering. You're not seriously considering locking horns with the devil now, are you? Well, hey, buddy? Rejoice, heathens, for your worthless lives shall soon have meeting. Thanks, buddy. Let's try to queue this. That says 5 minutes. That's rarely ever true for a DPS queue. Oh, wait. There's a Lala here. Was the Lala here before and I'm just dumb? Maybe. Okay. Actually, if we're going to do the bowl of embers, I should eat. Let's. Hopefully it won't take all of that 30 minutes. Do I have... Step dance is a continuous emote. Or I could just sit on ground. Hang on, let's just sit on ground. cult looks like it just wants to get out of here. We're just gonna sit here and wait. So once we do the bowl of embers and do the cutscene after the bowl of embers, we will be done for the day. So thank you everybody for coming to watch me get emotes, because that's really what I wanted. Because by the next stream time, the event would have been done. But this means we're on quest level 20, which is finally making progress. We'll see if I can get the big duology book finished for the next stream. If not, it'll be a bunch of children's books. Oh, that was quick, actually. Let's see how this goes. Lord of the Inferno, hearken to our plea. Lord of the Inferno, deliver us from our misery. O mighty Ifrit, Lord of the Inferno, your humble servants beseech you, grace us with your divine presence. Oh, I've pulled some poor soul not on their leveling roulette, haven't I? Oh, mighty Ifrit, we bring before you ignorant savages who know not your godhead. If it please you, Lord, scorch their heathen souls with your cleansing flame and mark them as your own. Bloody hells. Bring those two as well. What's going on? This ain't what we agreed. None but servants of Lord Ifrit may behold the rite of summoning. The souls of unbelievers are forfeit. No, spare me, I beg you. Pitiful children of man, by my breath I claim you. Arise once more as my loyal minions, feed my flames with your faith, and all who stand against us shall burn. Almighty Ifrit, my one true God. Your words are my bread. Impossible. By what sorcery do you resist my master's will? Could it be your soul already belongs to another? Yes, that's the only explanation. Bad dog. Forsooth, thy frail mortal flame can serve as vessel to the blessing of but one. Yet I smell not the taint of another upon thee. The truth of thine allegiance waxeth clear. Thou art of the godless blessed number. The paragons warned of thine abhorrent kind. Thine existence is not to be suffered. Oh, we've got a bard and an archer. Fun times. My flame shall consume thy flesh and soul both. What we got? We got an archer, we've got a sage, and a bard. Dark Knight? I don't recognize that symbol. Oh gosh, that's bad. Wait, is that a Mikote? Oh, wonderful. Love me a Miko. No arm's length looked like that. Have I not turned off some of my... Oh, jeez. Aww. Bad fire puppy. Bye-bye. And now we come to the rock collecting portion of Final Fantasy. At least it's shiny. Pray forgive my lateness. I left you none. I was delayed by a congregation of Amajal zealots. I swear each seemed more evangelical than the last. Persistent lot. Yes, Thancred. I see the Bloodsworn wasted no time extracting the captives. No less than I'd expect from the Flame General's hand-picked men. As for those two, it's fair to say their hardships have only just begun. They have much to answer for. I feel I owe you an apology, lady. Had I known this mission would prove so dangerous, I would never have left you to face it alone. You have been given a veritable baptism of fire. But let us continue this conversation in more agreeable surrounds. Camp Tribone, shall we say? This way, sir. So that was the mighty Ifrit. And what a disappointment he was. The readings are nowhere near what I had anticipated, even taking Ul'Dan interference into account. You should know better than to rely upon 5-year-old data left by the 7th Legion. I had to... Oh, that was rough. I had to realize those are Roman numerals. The 7th Legion. Nor can we expect any form of support from the motherland, given the troubles of court. We have only ourselves to rely upon. Ever the pessimist, my dear Olivia. Promise me you'll never change. We've wasted enough time here. That meter of yours is too old to give any reading worth a damn. Not that there was aught worth the damn for it to read, but I take your point. I suppose we must content ourselves with the knowledge that we've achieved our primary objective. Yet I find that I am troubled by that adventurer's unexpected show of strength. Could such a foe prove a hindrance to our plans? Perhaps, but that is the consideration for another time. You have been given a task. That is your priority. I suggest you treat it as such. Fail to do as my lord commands, and I will spare him the trouble of punishing you. With allies like that, beware a woman in love. I shall need to be on my best behavior. You don't know what best behavior is. I know you. I'm sorry. Someone gained level 95. They got pulled into this and they gained level 95. I'm only slightly guilty. Hello. Alright, let's go park ourselves by Thancred and log out. Oh, and all the dead bodies. Yeah, we're gonna park ourselves on this side of Thancred. Alright! And that is where we're going to end it. Thank you so much for coming. And it should be back to books. I know I've said that the last 3 times. It should be back to books next time for real, though. Have a good night.